everyone, welcome to my channel, Botswana Thinking Law, where I bring you and the law closer. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about defamation. But before we get started in this video, I'd like to put in a disclaimer. This is not legal advice. This is simply a sharing of general information. If you have a problem of a legal nature, please engage the services of an attorney. Now back to our video. There are certain things that have to be proven for a person to successfully sue for defamation. The first thing is that they have to prove the wrongful publication of words or conduct. They have to prove that this publication is made by the person that they are suing, and that the effect of such publication was to have them lowered in the estimation of right-thinking members of society. Which means that if there is any publication that is negative against a person, it is not necessarily defamatory unless it meets these elements. There are various defenses to defamation. One of the defenses is truth and public benefit. An example of this, and we must understand that defamation can affect both natural and juristic persons. So a company, a society, a partnership can be defamed. If, for example, a company runs a restaurant and that restaurant is completely filthy, and a person goes around saying, hey, that restaurant over there, CDD PTYLTD, is very filthy. The food there even makes people sick. Yes, the publication of these words might lower that particular restaurant in the estimation of right-thinking members of society. But if a person is able to show that this is true, that indeed this restaurant is filthy, and they're able to show that every member of the public is allowed there, and therefore it is for their benefit to have this information, then that is a proper defense to defamation. Now, a person that has been defamed may be awarded money by the court, but this money is not meant to punish or make an example of the person who defamed the other. It is to compensate the person that has been defamed for the hurt and injury they have suffered. And there are various things that the court looks at to decide how much to compensate. The prominence of this person in society, the extent of the publication, whether the person who published this was the originator of this information. And it must be considered that publication can be by way of words, and it can be through writing via social media. So the extent of the publication also plays a part on the amount of money that might be awarded. The other thing that might play a factor is whether or not the person who made these statements or wrote this defamatory information was apologetic. In addition to awarding damages for defamation, the court can also order that an apology be published and that apology be publicized in the same manner and to the same extent as the publication of the defamatory statement. Another issue that can be raised is the issue of fair comment. But in order for fair comment to be successfully used as a defense, there are certain factors that must be shown. The comment must have been based on facts that appear in in the publication, there must be enough facts to make the comment fair. For example, if you're saying Bonolo was completely drunk yesterday, she was falling all over the place and she was crawling on the ground, you can include a comment by Bonolo, and you can also include other people that were there and saw what happened. If the publication or the comment deals with issues of corruption or dishonesty, then there must be something in it to demonstrate that this comment was justifiable. You cannot just go around accusing people of being corrupt and so on without actually indicating something to show why you hold this belief. There are, however, certain instances where people are protected against being sued for defamation. And an example of that is a judge or a magistrate or some person who is exercising powers of a judicial or semi-judicial nature. But it is also dependent on when these statements are made. It should be during the execution of their duties or their jobs as a presiding officer or in exercising these semi-judicial powers. So if a judge is sitting at court or a magistrate and a person is brought before them and the magistrate or judge says you are a criminal before there has been a conviction, then that might be seen as defamatory. But because they are saying these words during the scope of their duty, they are protected. Other people that are protected are parliamentarians for statements that they make at Parliament. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was an informative discussion on defamation and that you got something of use from this. Please leave a comment down below with your views. Because I sometimes see people on social media. They will be talking about other people, disclosing all sorts of things about them, saying terrible things about them. And I wonder, do these people even know that they can be sued for defamation? And sometimes you don't even have to name a person. You might be able to give enough information that this person can easily be identified. So please tell me your views down below. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that every time I put up a new video, you get notified. Make sure to follow me on my Facebook page at Botswana Thinking Law and on Twitter at BW Thinking Law, where I sometimes share various legal snippets. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!